Wednesday Addams doesn't share the spotlight. But in season 2, she didn't have a choice. Side characters were stealing scenes, flipping loyalties, and dropping twists bigger than Wednesday's eye rolls. One minute you're rooting for them, the next they're betraying everyone or shocking you with a glow-up. And in this video, we're ranking every arc to find out who rose, who fell, and who stole the crown. Number 8, Principal Weems, the ghost who haunted every scene. Wait, didn't she die in season 1? Technically, yes, but Emma Myers' return as Principal Weems through flashbacks, hallucinations, and that twisted dream sequence in episode 4 prove that death is just another plot device in the Addams universe. Season 2 revealed Weems' true motivations through Wednesday's investigation into her past. The woman we thought was just a strict principal was actually protecting a centuries-old secret about Nevermore's founding families. Her posthumous character development was more compelling than half the living cast. The flashback episode where we see young Weems and Morticia's friendship crumble? Pure emotional warfare. It recontextualized everything from season 1 and proved that sometimes the best character arcs happen after the character is already gone. Emma Myers managed to make us care about a dead woman more than some of the breathing students. That's not just good acting, that's necromancy. Do you think dead characters should stay dead? Number 7, Tyler Galpin, the monster who became human. Hunter Doohan's return as Tyler was the redemption arc nobody asked for but everybody needed. Season 1 left us with Tyler as the Hyde, the monster, the betrayer. Season 2 asked a harder question. What happens to a monster when they remember being human? Locked in a supernatural psychiatric facility, Tyler's journey back to his own mind was brutal to watch. The therapy sessions with Dr. Valerie Kinbot's replacement were psychological horror at its finest. We watched him piece together memories, fight his own nature, and slowly, painfully, choose humanity over monstrosity. His confrontation with Wednesday in episode 6 wasn't just drama, it was a masterclass in moral complexity. "You made me a monster," he tells her. "But I chose to stay one." The twist? He was lying. Tyler's final scene, where he walks away from revenge and into uncertainty, proved that even monsters can evolve. The question is, did he evolve enough? If you think Tyler deserved redemption, type second chance. If once a monster, always a monster hits us with hide forever. Number 6, Bianca Barkley, the queen who lost her crown. Joy Sunday took Bianca from mean girl to broken girl to something entirely new, a leader. Season 2 stripped away Bianca's siren powers thanks to that brutal amulet subplot, forcing her to navigate Nevermore without her supernatural advantage. What we discovered underneath was someone who'd been performing strength for so long, she'd forgotten what actual strength looked like. Her alliance with Wednesday wasn't friendship, it was necessity. And watching these two alpha personalities learn to work together was like watching two storms try to share the same sky. The episode where Bianca confronts her mother about the siren trafficking ring? Joy Sunday acted her heart out. No powers, no manipulation, just raw honesty and the realization that she'd been a victim pretending to be a villain. By season's end, Bianca wasn't the queen of Nevermore anymore. She was something better. She was real. Who had the better glow-up? Powerless Bianca or Siren Bianca? Team Crown Off or Team Bring Back the Powers? Number 5. Enid Sinclair, the wolf who found her howl. Emma Myers proved that the best transformations aren't always supernatural. Season 1's Enid was Wednesday's colorful, optimistic roommate who couldn't wolf out. Season 2's Enid was still colorful, still optimistic, but she'd found something more dangerous than fangs. She'd found her voice. The camping episode where Enid finally stands up to her pack family was a masterpiece of character development. No dramatic wolf transformation, no special effects, just a young woman realizing that being different isn't a weakness, it's a superpower. Her relationship with Wednesday evolved from roommate tolerance to genuine partnership. The scene where she tells Wednesday, "I don't need you to protect me anymore," wasn't just character growth, it was a declaration of independence. Emma Myers managed to make personal growth feel as thrilling as any supernatural battle. That's not easy when you're sharing scenes with someone who can raise the dead. If Enid's evolution impressed you more than her wolf out, smash that like button right now. Still waiting for more werewolf action? Let us know with more fangs in the comments. Number 4. Xavier Thorpe, the artist who painted his own destruction. Percy Hines. White's Xavier went from love interest to antagonist to something far more complicated, a cautionary tale. Season 2 revealed that Xavier's psychic artistic abilities came with a cost. Every painting he brought to life took a piece of his soul, and by mid-season, we watched him literally fade away, becoming a shadow of himself in pursuit of power he couldn't control. His obsession with Wednesday transformed into something darker, an obsession with being worthy of her attention. The mural sequence in Episode 5, where he paints himself into Wednesday's nightmares, was both beautiful and deeply disturbing. Percy Hines White played Xavier's descent with subtle brilliance. This wasn't a villain arc, it was a tragedy. Xavier became the artist who was consumed by his own art, the creator destroyed by his creation. His final scene, choosing to destroy his paintings to save his soul, was poetry. Sometimes the bravest thing an artist can do is stop creating. Think Xavier made the right choice destroying his art? Comment "Save the soul." Think he should have embraced the darkness? Let's know your thoughts. Number 3. Eugene Ottinger, the b-boy who became the hive mind. Musa Mostafa's Eugene had the most surprising evolution of Season 2. What started as comic relief, the awkward bee-obsessed kid who worshipped Wednesday, became something unexpectedly profound, the moral center of the show. Season 2 revealed that Eugene's connection to his bees wasn't just quirky, it was psychic. He could communicate with them, feel their collective consciousness, and by extension, sense the interconnectedness of all living things at Nevermore. The episode where Eugene uses his bee network to uncover the school's conspiracy was pure genius. While everyone else was fighting supernatural monsters, Eugene was building a supernatural surveillance system with insects. But his real growth came in his relationship with Wednesday. He stopped hero-worshipping her and started challenging her. The scene where he tells her, "Even bees know when to stop stinging," was a perfect encapsulation of how he'd evolved from follower to friend to equal. Musa Mostafa took a character who could have been pure comic relief and made him the heart of the show. Did Eugene's bee powers blow your mind? Share this video if you're Team Hive Mind. Still think bees are just buzzing annoyances? We see you and so do they. Number 2, Thing, the hand that held everything together. Yes, we're ranking a severed hand as the second best character arc. Fight us. Season 2 gave Thing his own subplot, his own agency, and his own emotional journey. We learned about his past, his connection to the Addams family, and most importantly, his deep, complicated relationship with Wednesday. The flashback episode revealing Thing's origin story was both hilarious and heartbreaking. Seeing him as a young hand, learning to communicate, forming bonds, choosing loyalty over freedom was character development without a single line of dialogue. His undercover mission in episodes 3 to 5, where he infiltrates the teacher's lounge to gather intelligence, was pure comedic gold. But his confrontation with Wednesday about treating him like a servant rather than a family member was pure emotional gold. The Thing's character arc was about agency. He went from being Wednesday's tool to being her partner, from being owned to being family. The scene where he literally gives her the finger, in sign language meaning, "I love you," was more romantic than most actual romance subplots. A severed hand had more character development than most TV protagonists. That's not just good writing, that's miraculous. If Thing deserved his own spin-off series, double tap this video right now. Think we're crazy for ranking a hand this high? Tell us in the comments, but remember, Thing sees everything you type. Number 1, Wednesday, Addams, the girl who learned to feel. Jenna Ortega didn't just reprise her role, she revolutionized it. Season 1's Wednesday was fascinating because she was emotionally impenetrable. Season 2's Wednesday was fascinating because we watched those walls crack, crumble, and rebuild into something stronger. Her journey wasn't about becoming softer, it was about becoming more complex. She learned to feel guilt, regret, fear, and yes, even love, without losing what made her Wednesday Addams. The therapy sessions with the new school counselor weren't just exposition. They were archaeological digs into Wednesday's psyche. Each session peeled back another layer, revealing not a broken girl, but a girl who'd built armor so strong she'd forgotten there was a person underneath. Her relationship with her mother, Morticia, evolved from rebellion to understanding. The scene where they danced together, not the viral TikTok dance, but a slow, mournful waltz to honor the dead, was poetry in motion. But Wednesday's real growth came in her relationships with her friends. She learned to trust Enid, to respect Eugene, to forgive Tyler, sort of, and to accept that being loved didn't make her weak. Jenna Ortega's performance was a masterclass in controlled emotion. She made Wednesday's journey feel inevitable rather than forced, organic rather than manipulative. By season's end, Wednesday wasn't just the girl who didn't cry. She was the girl who chose when to cry, when to fight, when to love, and when to let go. If this ranking shocked you, subscribe and hit that bell, because our next video will rank the most controversial Wednesday Season 2 moments. And trust us, you're not ready. Think we got this list completely wrong? The comment section is waiting for your fury. The real winner, character development. What made Season 2 special wasn't just individual character arcs, it was how these characters evolved together, influenced each other, and created something larger than the sum of their parts. Wednesday learned to care. Enid learned to assert. Tyler learned to choose. Bianca learned to be real. Eugene learned to lead. Xavier learned to let go. Thing learned to love. Even Dead Weems learned to forgive. These weren't just character arcs, they were character symphonies, each playing their part in a larger composition about growing up, growing apart, and growing into who you're meant to be. In a show about monsters and outcasts, the real transformation was watching characters become more human, not less supernatural, but more authentically themselves. The final verdict. Wednesday Season 2 proved that the best character development doesn't happen when characters change who they are. It happens when they become more of who they were always meant to be. Some characters found their voices. Others found their hearts. A few found their souls, and one severed hand found its agency. But they all found something most TV shows never discover: the courage to evolve without losing what makes them special. In the Addams Family universe, being strange isn't a flaw, it's a feature. And Season 2 celebrated every beautiful, bizarre, brilliant feature these characters had to offer. Subscribe now for more character breakdowns, and remember, in a world full of normal people, dare to be an Addams. Because the show isn't over, and neither are these character arcs.